Hello, everyone. This is Logan, your County Youth Coordinator. Get set up here. All right. So we are going to be talking about YQCA, which is the abbreviation for Youth for the Quality Care of Animals. For those of you that don't know me, my name is Logan, and I am your county youth coordinator, and so basically I am your 4-H lady, as I like to tell the kids, and as they like to call me. You can see my contact information there in the middle of the screen, both my email and our office phone number. I'm going to be your main contact for all things YQCA. With this being a new program, I'm pretty much the only one that is truly educated on the ins and outs of it, so I encourage you to direct all your questions about YQCA towards myself. So, a little bit of introduction about YQCA. There are currently 41 states across the nation participating in this program. And I will just go ahead and make this note now so we are clear. YQCA is a program for 4-H livestock exhibitors in grades 4th through 12th. I get some questions sometimes about Clover kids completing this program, and Clover kids do not need to take YQCA to show in an open class at the Warren County Fair. However, in order to exhibit in any livestock classes at the Warren County Fair or the Iowa State Fair, 4-Hers in grades 4th to 12th must complete YQCA. All right, so YQCA is replacing our previously known FSQA. So, exhibitors in the following species need to complete the YQCA program. Beef, now that includes both breeding, market, cow-calf pair, any of the like. Swine, sheep, again, breeding or market. Goats, again, breeding or market. Rabbits, guinea pigs, poultry, and dairy goats or dairy cattle. YQCA is a nonprofit organization with a volunteer board of directors. The purpose of YQCA is to continually provide a current, peer-reviewed quality curriculum for youth, quality assurance training, and certification. YQCA emerged from the discussion of state youth livestock leaders, ours being Mike Anderson, with the representatives of national livestock organizations, such as the National Western Stock Show, pork programs, National Pork Board, the National Cattlemen's Beef Association, and so on. There was a growing concern from these people about the amount of effort required for each group to maintain an accurate and engaging curriculum to provide youth quality assurance training, such as our FSQA program that we would do in a face-to-face training. YQCA was founded in fall of 2016 and was launched in March of 2017. Many counties in Iowa implemented the YQCA program throughout last year's 4-H enrollment year. However, we did not. We opted to wait until this year. So, again, this is still, YQCA is still needed to show at either the Warren County Fair or Iowa State Fair, just like FSQA was. Is your FSQA certification valid? So, those of you who are in the intermediate or senior division may have taken an FSQA test out. That test out will be honored until it expires. After that test out expires, each youth will need to complete the YQCA certification. If you aren't sure if your FSQA test is expired or still valid, I encourage you to log in to 4-H Online. Once you get logged into your family profile, there should be a button towards the top right that states My Member List. If you click on that My Member List will list all the youth or volunteers in your family. And underneath each name, there should be a date that FSQA expires. If the youth tested as an intermediate and are now a senior, they must start with YQCA this year. Sometimes expiration dates don't catch that change in age division. So say your youth was in 9th grade last year, meaning they were in the intermediate division, and they had taken the FSQA test back in 7th grade when it was open to them in the intermediate division. That FSQA test is no longer valid because with that youth moving from 9th grade to 10th grade, they are now in the senior division. So we will need that youth to start taking YQCA. If you have any questions or any doubt, please contact me. This is a pretty important thing, guys. This could keep youth from showing if it's not done correctly. So with that, if a youth tested out while in the senior division, say they were in 10th or 11th grade last year, and they've already tested out in FSQA in the senior division, they will never need YQCA because that FSQA test will be honored until its expiration. If a youth tested out in the intermediate division as a 7th or 8th grader, they will need to start taking YQCA when they turn 15. So with that, let's go ahead and talk about the age. YQCA operates by age, which many of you know is different than how our 4-H program here in Iowa operates. We operate by grade. Like I talked about earlier, 4-H is open to 4th to 12th graders, regardless of age. However, many states operate their program by age. With so many states being involved in this program, the YQCA divisions are broken down by age only. So, as you can see, there are 3 different levels, and the ages match up pretty dang close to the grades that we go by for our 4-H program here in Iowa. Juniors are 8 years old to 11 years old, intermediates are 12 years old to 14 years old, and seniors are 15 years old to 18 years old. So, these age ranges for the 3 divisions follow the current calendar year. Our current calendar year is 2019. So your child will test for their age as of January 1st of 2019. Meaning, if Johnny turns 15 in April, he was 14 as of January 1st. So we'll need to complete the YQCA module for the 14-year-old youth. If you're unsure which age your youth is considered, please contact me. I am happy to answer any questions and talk through the logistics for you. So, as I said, there are modules for each age. There are different modules for each age aimed to fit the understanding of youth quality assurance they should have for their age. Please remember, grade isn't important when it comes to YQCA. Pay attention to their age. The ages almost perfectly match up with our grade levels we divide the junior, intermediate, and seniors into currently. So now let's talk about the options for obtaining your YQCA certification. Firstly, there is the learning module, as I am referring to them. They must be completed every year. It's somewhat like the FSQA training that juniors are required or were required to take in a face-to-face option. However, this is online. So it's a learning module that youth go through every single year. And the material is based upon what they should know for their age. In each module, there are 3 to 4 different sections. And in each section, there is a knowledge builder, a skills lab, and a quiz. The successful completion of all the quizzes in each section grant the successful certification for the year. The cost for the learning modules are $12 per youth per year. There is some funding available for youth to be certified for free, and I will cover that in just a couple minutes. If youth should happen to fail the first time, which is honestly not very likely, because that knowledge builder and skills lab are the material that are going to be covered in the quiz. So they're literally learning something and taking a quiz about it directly after. But if a youth should happen to fail, they will be locked out of the module for a few hours, and then they can log back in and retake the module. You will only be charged the $12 once. You will not be charged an additional $12 if the youth should happen to fail. So currently, like I said, the cost is $12 per youth each year. I can't predict if this cost will be this much forever, but for now, this is what it is. And again, the name of these says it all, a learning module. They're used to learn the material that is appropriate for the youth's age. The fee, the $12 fee, is collected once you select the module for your youth's age. If failed, you will not be charged again. So this is pretty important, and I want to be upfront with you guys about this. I encourage parents to let their youth take the lead on the learning. This program is for the youth's benefit, not so much for a parent's. I'm not saying if they need help understanding the meaning of the word, you can't explain it to them. Or if youth learn better by having test questions read to them, no problem. By all means, please read them the test. Be there to support your child. I'm just saying, if someone is giving them all the answers to the quizzes or guiding them through the modules, then what are they really learning? And what is the point of going through these certifications? So take that as you will, but that is my advice and my ask of parents to truly let our youth learn from these certifications. Okay, moving on, we have a second option for certification. This is called the test out and is much like our FSQA test out option, and it is brand new to YQCA this fall and hasn't been utilized by very many youth yet. Because of this, there may be some issues down the road. It's really hard for me to tell, but I am here to support you and help you along the way if you have any issues. So just know that I'm always here for you guys. So talking about age, there are only 2 ages that youth can test out at. They can test out at 12 years old and 15 years old. That is it. 12 years old for the intermediate test out and 15 for the senior. Now, please remember the age requirements we talked about first. January 1st of 2019 is the age we're going by, okay? So if this test is passed, it is valid for certification for the remaining years in either the intermediate or the senior division, whichever one they tested at. The cost for the intermediate test is $36 because it guarantees certification for 3 years. We don't want to do that. Okay. The senior cost is $48 because the certification is good for 4 years. Youth only have one chance to pass, and if they should happen to fail, there will be no fee collected. The fee is collected after the successful completion of the test. The test consists of 50 questions, and there is no study guide available for youth to prepare for the test. I believe they have to receive an 80% or higher to pass the test, but I'm honestly not really sure about that, guys. With this being a brand new test out option, there are some gray lines and it's a little unclear on some things. So why is there only one chance to pass the test? Because the purpose of the test is this. It is expected that youth already know the material if they're not going through the learning modules. If youth fail the test, it is very likely that they need to go through the module in order to learn the material. Again, I encourage parents to offer support when needed, but please let the youth complete the test the best to their own ability. Wondering what the material is? Check out the links at the end of my presentation to see the curriculum map. It is uploaded to our Warren County Extension website as well, and I will show you exactly where that is here in just a moment. Some other important notes. Now this is very important, guys. Once a youth tests, they will not be able to access YQCA testing for the next year until the same date they tested the previous year. For example, if a youth tests on May 15th of 2019, they will not be able to test again until the next year on May 15th, 2020. This is something that Mike Anderson, who is our livestock specialist for the 4-H program up at ISU, has expressed to the YQCA organization that should be changed, but for now this is the way the program operates. And with 41 states being involved in this organization, it can be a little slow to get some things changed. So I don't foresee this being this way forever, but for right now, please keep that in mind. The deadline to complete YQCA for eligibility at the Warren County Fair is June 1st. If this deadline is not met, youth will not be eligible to show livestock at the county fair. So please, guys, this is really, really important that you get it completed by June 1st. You have lots of time. I encourage you to get it done soon, okay? And I will be sending out many emails with instructions on how to get that done. Okay, so as we talked about, there is some opportunity to have your fees paid to complete your certification. Now, this money cannot be used towards the test out option. It can only be used towards the learning module yearly option. The Warren County 4-H Foundation has generously donated 100 codes to be used for the $12 fee for the learning modules only, meaning 100 youth in Warren County will be able to obtain their YQCA certification for this year for free with this code. Thank you to the Warren County 4-H Foundation for that. The codes are being distributed on a first come, first serve basis. They must be used by April 15th, meaning you must complete your certification by that date. If not, the code will be given to a youth who is on the waiting list. They will be available starting tomorrow, Friday, January 25th, and not before then. I've had some parents ask me for them already, and because I am trying to keep things organized and be fair to everyone, I am not giving out any codes before January 25th. We open at 9 a.m., and so I will start distributing them that have been requested at that point. You can get your code by calling myself at 515-961-6237 or emailing me at the email listed there. So I anticipate these codes to go pretty quickly, so get yours sooner rather than later. Another big thank you to the Warren County 4-H Foundation for generously donating the funding for these codes. We graciously appreciate their support. Please be aware, it is not likely we will have funding for YQCA every year. So it is best to take advantage of it while you can. And again, you must use the codes by that April date. To make this clear now, because I am the person who has went to the trainings and been educated on this YQCA program, I am the only one that you can receive codes from. If you call into the office and I am not available and you wish to request a code, I encourage you to please send me an email with your code request, and I will get back to you as soon as possible. In order to keep this organized and no confusion and be fair to everyone, only myself will be able to give out codes, okay? So, how do we take our YQCA testing? First off, you're going to use your 4-H Online credentials. That means your 4-H Online email and password. So, it's the email that you receive all your 4-H emails to, and then whatever password you have associated with 4-H Online. You must use your 4-H Online credentials. If you don't, I will not be able to see that you completed YQCA, meaning that I have no proof you completed this by that June 1st deadline. Please contact me if you can't remember your username or password for 4-H Online. We will work through that together by accessing 4-H Online first and then moving to YQCA from there. So once you get logged in, you can select the web-based training appropriate for the youth's age. Do not select the instructor-led training. This is not something we are doing in our county. You are only authorized to do the web-based training. After selecting the appropriate course, you will then pay for the course. You may enter your credit card information at this time. If you requested a coupon code, you will enter this into the gift card labeled box. Youth will then have access to the course to complete an animal well-being, a food safety, and a life skills section. After all sections are complete and the quizzes are taken at the end of each section, please go back to the course menu, which has a little button there on your screen, to save your passing certificate as a PDF. Then send that PDF in an email to myself at the email listed. Now, like I said, if you use your 4-H Online credentials on the YQCA website, it will automatically upload your YQCA certification into your 4-H Online profile. However, I want you to send me a copy of the certificate in an email as extra insurance. If there's a glitch in the system and it, for some reason, does not upload to 4-H Online, I want to be absolutely sure that I know you completed this YQCA and we don't have any issues moving forward. Again, testing is open starting January 25th and must be completed by June 1st. Here you will find the YQCA website. That top link is where you will log in. I have uploaded helpful documents and the login link on our website. You can access it by going to the Warren County Extension homepage, which is the bottom link there. If you hover your mouse over the 4-H and Youth drop-down menu, there will have some options come up, and select the member info option there to go to all the YQCA information. Again, guys, if you have any questions, please let me know. I truly think this is going to be a great program for our youth that can be completed in the convenience of your own home. However, if you do not have access to internet or a computer or wish to take this test in a more formal setting outside of your home, you are in luck. I will be hosting a couple of YQCA testing days with laptops set up in the extension office for you to come in and complete your certification. This way, I'm able to help you through any issues with signing in or finding your module, and also give you ease of access with our internet and computers. Dates will likely be a couple of early out days and during spring break. Dates will be released very soon, so be looking for an email from the 4-H Online e-blast for further details. An RSVP will not be required to attend one of these testing days. However, youth may have to wait a short amount of time for access to a laptop. There will be about 5 to 7 laptops available at any one time. Again, if you have any questions, please do not hesitate to ask me. I am always happy to help, and I'm always here for you if you need anything. Again, there's my contact information, and thank you for your cooperation as we transition to this new program. I truly think our youth are going to benefit from this change. Thank you all so much, and we will hear from you soon.